Well, after last episode we've been a little bit robbed, not in terms of just refereeing, which it definitely was in the West Brom game, but in terms of players. We've had players recalled, we've had two players in fact got out injured, we've had players signed from other clubs, and we haven't actually got too much money to show for it. As yes people, a little bit of negativity, but we'll turn it into positivity. As welcome back to episode number 6 of season number 7 of this Grimsby Town to Glory FIFA 23 career mode here on the MWS channel. As we're going to move swiftly into this one, because I know the last episode was very long. Of course, if you're new around here and you haven't seen this series before, of course there is an iCard in the top corner where you can watch the rest of them. You can click on the channel, and if you do enjoy them, smash a like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't done already. As spoiler alert on screen right now, we are 15th in the Premier League, 7 wins and 2 draws, 14 defeats is quite a little bit, as we start off with Newcastle today, but the main focus is kind of on the squad, which I'll show you in a second, as I do like to show you the calendar. We had a cup set on us, Cardiff City beating us in the FA Cup third round, as then Arsenal beat us 2-1 after. Then we got a win, actually, should I say, against Leeds United, 2-0 away from home. And then we're going to follow it up with Newcastle. We're, of course, going to have deadline day as then we move into Brentford, Nottingham Forest, Chelsea, Manchester City, and Manchester United, which I don't know if we get onto both of them. I think today we're going to be playing we're going to be playing Forest, Newcastle, and then I'll pick one of the big boys, actually, because I think with the gap we've got a little bit, we can afford to simulate Brentford, even though they're down there in the relegation zone. Or maybe we play Brentford and simulate Forest. Maybe that's the way to go, actually, because I'd rather play a team below and try and increase the gap between them. But before I sim on with anything, we've got an offer from Porto for Reggie Stone. He's just signed a new contract, so I am going to be rejecting that straight away. The main thing I was about to say as well, midfielders. We are absolutely wiped off. Of course, we've got Regan Poole, who's on the loan list still. Flynn Downs is injured. Josh Eccles is injured. Reggie, or Felix Cook, should I say, got recalled. We've got no other ones, although we do have a Southwood who's transfer listed himself. And we've got Alfie Farmer, who we've recalled from his loan over at Antalyaspor in Turkey. So he's back. Of course, we've got the option of moving Diarra further backwards. Then that makes it very attacking in the midfield, as we've just got decisions to make. Like, maybe we could do that, but still, no midfielder on the bench, really. I don't trust Paul as an out-and-out one, as maybe we put another striker on the bench. That looks a little more comfortable, you know. A little more. Still not fully. 100% need to bring someone in, as I'm going to leave it a little bit to see if Southwood gets a transfer request in for him, or a transfer offer, should I say. As there we go, popped up straight away, but it's not much at all. Not much at all. He's 75 rated, you know. And we're just getting offered under his evaluation. We're going to delegate this one. We're going to try and at least grab 3 million from Anderlecht. I think he's a decent goalkeeper at the top level. It's just we got a better one. And straight after that as well, this is not a message I wanted to see. Christian Saidi, boss, I've got to be honest with you, not getting the games, it's damaging the career. Learn from experience, I guess. Saidi wants out, which I really didn't expect at all, because we've got 4 strikers at the club. He is one of those. He's been here quite a while. He's going to end up transfer listing himself, and that brings us short of players quite a lot. Started off as me looking at left backs. Is now me keeping the young left backs at the club to try and make sure they don't go out anywhere. Honestly, what a fall from grace. He looks a decent midfielder. Owen Atoswe, 6'3", he's a free agent. I mean, I did say that thing about the free agent market, but when one jumps at you like that, the joys of constant scouting, as he does look good, you know. Can play at centre-back as well, and right midfield. Of course, we don't have a right midfielder in this formation. Not fully experienced with Wolves in the Prem, but has been in a Premier League academy, so he should potentially make the step up. He's only 73 rated though, and he's 28 year old. I mean, he's a good free, is a good free, but for now, I'll look elsewhere. I don't want to just gamble on that as Salzburg approaching Matty Pollock, who's short of contractors. We've got Regan Paul, we've got a loan to buy, which we'll of course accept. As get me to Matty Pollock right now. I don't want to lose these players. It's looking quite difficult in terms of finances at the moment at the club. Of course, Andrew cost a lot. But then again, I think if Grimsby got to the Prem, it wouldn't be great for us financially. I'll delegate this one as he's not getting over 47. 27. And the most is going to be 40. 33 for Matty Pollock, who's not even a starter. Negotiate. The reason he's wanting that wage is because he wants to become a starter. Can we offer him a 2-year contract? If we can keep him here, of course we could get money for him. A release clause isn't bad. An appearance fee and a sign-on bonus, that's not bad because of course he's not a starter. 15 games may be difficult for him and he's got a release clause. It saves us losing him on a free. We're signing Matty Pollock up. Was a huge fan of him when he came into the club, but it just hasn't worked out for him. So yes, we've signed him up, but will he play? I'm not too sure, as we can delegate again for Papetti. That's a brilliant thing. We'll start it at that, and we're going to go for 50k as the highest. 38 with a crucial. You know what? I'm accepting that one straight away. Accepting it. It's a lot, but I really do want to keep him at the club as Newcastle up already. We haven't really had time to get his foot in the, or big toe, or little toe, into the window. As we're going to go with this team into the first game. We've got Andrew, Rankin Costello, Papetti, Machida and Glennon. With Paradella, Diarra I'm trusting over Farmer and Paul to drop back a little bit. With Reggie Stone there as captain now of the club. He's not got a leadership trait, but I don't mind it. As Ben Wayne on the right, Barreira up top, and Santana on that left-hand side. Come on, boys. I mean, players aren't wanting to sign up for us and everything, even though we're 15th in the Premier League. It's just about keeping the squad happy, and that comes with wins. So let's see this Newcastle team, shall we? We've got Restes in goal, Pembele, Frias, Kilman and Sessegnon at the back. Rakosi, Mishu and Matty Longstaff with Budai, Fabio Silva and Pratt. Fabio Silva moving across from Brighton already. That is a mover and a half as to look like the resting. Max Aarons, Joe Linton. We beat them the first time, we'll beat them the second. I can't lie, I kind of did expect a lot more from the Geordies as Rankin Costello to get that ball into Papetti. Turning it round the corner, Brahimi Diarra giving it into Rankin Costello again, who's got Ben Wayne outside of him. Look at Diarra, just in the centre a little bit here, who spins on the ball into... No, that was Barreira. This is Diarra. Costello now. Barreira making a brilliant move. That's good football from us to start off with. As Reggie even wins his header. His urgency as Fabio Silva with a ball around the corner here into Matty Longstaff. How's that gone in? No. How's that gone in? Andrew. You're usually brilliant, but Matty Longstaff, on loan at Colchester, below Grimsby in real life, has scored a goal to start us off with, but can he really take full credit for that? It's straight down the middle. Oh, the goalkeeper's got to do better. The Geordies are in front, but the goalkeeper has to do better. That's poor. It doesn't even look a true attempt to save the ball. Shocking as there's Diarra on a turn into Ben Wayne. Ben Wayne to try and keep it a little bit, but shoved off by Steve Sessegnon. It's not even Ryan. And Rozocki forward onto Fabio Silva, who's done it against us already this season with Brighton. As Sessegnon running down this line with a chip inside. Papetti with the read. Still can't clear it. Can't clear it, should I say. Sessegnon got his shot off, and Andrew trying to make up for it a bit as Longstaff saved. As you really can't write it now. Another midfielder goes down. Brahimi Diarra is injured, so Farmer's going to have to come on. It's just funny. I love the injury sliders, I really do. And I love how realistic it makes it, but then I also hate it at the same time. Maybe that's why Newcastle's not got as strong as I know the lineup can be. Maybe they've got loads of players in the physio room, as we definitely have at the moment. All the midfielders, as Santana on a decent run here into Barreira. He needed to get that one over. Poor cross in my opinion. We've done better as here's Fabio Silva on a run. Papetti, why is he not curling his slide tackle? It's going to be 2 to the Geordies now. And that's all come from a dodgy tackle. Just slide, curl it, flick the ball away. 100% need quality in his team. Not enough at the moment. Not enough. He's done it again as that Silva. He just really wants us relegated. I don't know what he's got against Grimsby. He's got an agenda. Fabio Silva. Is it just because he's not his potential? As now Farmer with the ball in the middle. Barreira onto Santana, who's only got one town goal now. But it's squeezed through to him again, and his shot is blocked and kept in. The whistle's about to go here, and I think Santana was offside. That's why it's gone. 2-0 to the Geordies. Recovery job on his hands. Better than that as Paradella into Ben Wayne. Now on to Farmer. Farmer goes out wide into Rankin Costello as that ball's intercepted as well. Steve Sessegnon. Sessegnon into Kilman. Michoud with the ball back in. We're just chasing shadows. Come on, can we make a move forward? There's a chip over the top right there. Straight into Andrew. He takes that one. It's been a poor game for his standards that he's already set himself. As Farmer, he's our number 7, the young midfielder. Big praise. The new David Beckham? I don't know yet, as here's Ben Wayne with a flick back into Farmer. Now on to Barreira. Farmer continues his run, you know. Not bad. It's just not been our day, has it? As Rosicky trying to run round us again, but we've won the ball. Straight through to Alfie Farmer. I guess he's a positive we can take. Not really put a foot wrong, of course. Not got us anywhere near a comeback, but it's been decent in the centre of midfield. As that's a good ball out to Costello. Good tackle. You know what? I think it's an injury to Rankin Costello. I really do. I think it's an injury. It's when as players are just going to try and get back into games, they all go down. Jonathan Perez with the turn inside. Matty Longstaff trying to run away from us here. Can we get a tackle in? We don't. Going for the 1-2. Gleno to receive. If play gets stopped for an injury, I'm going to be really, really unhappy, as I don't think he's down anymore. Oh, he's back on his feet, but still the gap's there for the Geordies. Steven Sessegnon today has been nothing short of sensational. What a player he's been, as we've just been swept aside by the second best team in black and white. Not a good game, but a squad ain't even here. It's injured, or it's yet to be signed. I'm looking forward to the window, or should I say the remainder of it, as Paradella pass forward. Barreira tried to squeeze that pass through. Frias to run away with this ball into Radozicki. Oh, Paradella's jumped on that. Very good work. Of course, we took Costello off. That's a given. Here's Paradella. Keeps the ball. Drops it off into Barreira. That's one. It's only a consolation, I think. Good work, Paradella. He's been a bright spark, but in a very dim light from this game. Final score, 3-1 win for the Geordies. 15th in the league still. So we've not took a slump, but it's not a good win. As Diarra 2 months dislocated shoulder. Joe will be back in 5 days. That's Rankin Costello, of course. Brentford's his next game, which is actually a huge one. I think we've got to play it now, unfortunately. After that result, as we move on to deadline day. Is this an offer that we've got in? No, it's just a loan arrangement from Philadelphia for James Poole. Thinking his name was Regan. That's actually a real life player, isn't it? As that's a transfer request for a player completely out of our league at the moment. As Flynn down saying it's better. Not sure what the problem was in the first place, because if it's got better now, I don't know what the problem was. As for deadline day, got a plan. We're here already. We're going to simulate to 5 hours, and then we're going to make some moves. As Southwood doesn't leave the club. I know I shouldn't be celebrating that, but I really do want him out to get a little bit of money in, so we can try and get a signing in ourselves, because we're going to leave it a little bit later to try and do it. As Tommy Shepherd, he's a player I've got a big future ahead. Well, he's got a big future ahead of him, so I'm going to reject that. James Poole's loan even broke down. What is going on here? We're almost at that mark. We're not going to get money in. As Matty Pollock's release clause is met straight away. That's not a bad thing, you know. That's the club that tried to sign him. Of course, we got him signed up from his expiring contract, and now we're going to get 6 million instead of letting him go for free. So I will completely let that go. I'm not going to speak to him because he's saying he wants to go, and I'm not going to try and convince him to stay at all. It's good money for us. As Torino want Ben Wayne. I know we're short on money, but I can't let go of the Kiwi. He's one of our better players at the moment. Still not answering Pollock, but what I'm going to answer is the call in the back of my head to the transfer hub. Now I think for once in my life, because Saidi's not gone yet, I can count strikers and defenders kind of out the equation. Defenders in it a little bit, but I don't need a striker. Not in this window anyway. It's purely a central midfielder. I mean, I need more than one really, but I think with the money we have, I'd rather get one quality one in than spend money on a couple of course, players that might not play when the other ones come around. As Christian Ramos I'm looking at, of course, he's a regen. Not too promising. But then I feel if I get him in... I've got another one on this list though, Reggie Nicholas. That'd make it 2 Reggies and an Australian. Will he clash with the Kiwi up front? Who knows? I think I'm going to delegate both and see the replies. So I'm going to wait to see what happens on both of them before, of course, we do go ahead and sign anyone up. If we could get the Matty Pollock money in, that would be very good. Please respond in the next hour. Silbadia going to Leeds, that's a decent transfer. They've not replied. Is this going to take over a day? If it does, I'm going to have to look elsewhere, aren't I? No. Ramos has agreed 6 million for him. Copenhagen in for Tommy Shepherd. Again, Tommy Shepherd's going nowhere. He's not in the main squad, but he's definitely not leaving us if I have a say in it. Of course, if he wants to leave, I'd be unhappy, but I won't stand in his way. As Christian Ramos will accept it. They've come back first, so we're going to try and negotiate it and see if we can get him in. He's at Bristol Rovers, down there in the leagues, but look at the money we've got. We can't offer him anything, I know for a fact we can't. 5-year contract, he can have everything he wants, but he's not going to be able to get a wage, is he? We haven't got the wage budget. How much can we actually offer him? Peanuts. He's not going to accept. Bye, Ramos. Might have heard me slam on my desk a little bit there. Maybe it is. Maybe it is last chance saloon. Maybe we just need to go in for a player that's probably not going to play much once the other players come back in. Owen Atazoe of the United States. He's been situated in, of course, Great Britain with Wolves, and he's not the greatest of players. He wants an important... I don't want to mess this transfer up. We desperately need a midfielder in the club. So I'll give him what he wants. I'll test him out in game, but I can't see him playing much once the big boys come back into the equation, as we'll offer him 27. That's close to what Gleno's on. A signing on bonus of 250. See what he says to that. Reasonable. I'm guessing we could have maybe got a little bit less, but he's in. Before you guys tell me, because I know you do like to tell me, and of course I accept it. I know what you mean by signing lower rated players in the Premier League, but I don't know what more I could have done with the money in that situation, as Matty Pollock has left the club. Of course he has. Of course he has. An hour later we get the money for him. That's actually disgraceful. Why have they just done it there? That's EA toying with me. So we're going to try and get James Poole out on a loan deal. I'd love for that to happen. How much money does that leave us with, in fact? 11 million. Reggie Nicholas, we offered 6 million for him. It's still getting delegated away, but could we drop another offer in anywhere here? There's Jack McGlynn, but he doesn't look like he's got much promise about him. No offence, mate. Matej Novak's just out of his price range. We've got Longwick, but centre-back, I don't think is too important. Maybe another striker for around 11 million, though. I don't see anyone I'd really want for around 11 million. There's Miroslav Pavlov. He looks okay, playing for Charlton. But again, I'm going to just sit off of it a little bit. I've got so many regens up front, it's unbelievable already. We'll sit off of it. We'll keep that money for the next window. And I think that is it. We've got one signing through the door, and it's not really a crucial one. We've just got to survive this season, and next we splash the cash. Of course, Southwood still at the club. Christian Saidi still at the club. I think both of them are going in the reserves. If you don't want to play for the club, you're not playing for the club. I don't care how bad we're off. I don't care what's the scenario. You tell me you don't want to play, you don't play again. So, I love Saidi. I love Southwood, what he did for us, but they're not playing. Leon Marshall's going to be on the bench, and Ilayof, and Wright as a goalkeeper. So his bench is very weak, but his first team, I've just got to have faith, can survive. In on Diarra and Downs back, as of course we got an offer in for Christian Saidi after that. We'll accept it from Club Bruges, 5.5 million. Not going to mess around with trying to get more money. We want all the money we want at the moment. As West Brom offering the job. Very nice. I am not becoming a Steve Bruce. I am committed to Town. We got that Reggie Nicholas offer rejected in the end. There's no one in the academy I'm going to promote just yet. ID agrees to go to Belgium. And I've got to add, what a time to be alive in the Grimsby Town Academy. Short of first team players in the Premier League. you might get your chance. Team going out to try and win this next game though, against Brentford, which is potentially a 6-pointer again. I've used that term way too much this series already. Is Otosowi in the midfield, of course, for the injured Diarra. Paradella moves on to the right. And that is it. What a big game it is. I just really want Downs, Eccles, and Diarra back as soon as possible, please. The Bees at home. Let's see this Brentford team would again, shall we? Etienne Green's in goal. Good keeper. Kumbedi, Fayez, Montez, and Wilson Esbrand. Bidstrup, Garner, and Lamar. Good midfield. With Solbakken, Beto, and Canos. I don't think they should be down there personally. But they're down there. We don't want to be. Let's sink them further. That is the plan as ranking Costello through the gap. Straight into Paradella. Onto Hugo Barreira. Through the gap again. Straight onto Ben Waine now. Ben Wayne's going to get it out wide into Paradella again. That's a good whip in, you know, to Reggie Stone. He's all over the place, but he's managed to keep the ball and it's there to the win. It's a corner, but I think the goalkeeper took Reggie completely out. And I think I'm right in thinking that. But again, referee's not going to give it, is he? Paradella to whip the ball in onto the head of Papetti. Oh, it's off the line. Kumbendia. A brilliant read. Papetti signed the contract and he is on a mad one as Reggie Stone running around the side and not doing anything. As when Reggie did sign the contract, I'm just thinking, because I've been thinking since I signed it about 20 minutes ago now. Bidstrom going forward. Oh, never mind. Never mind. Solbakken scores for Brentford. Oh, why are we so bad defensively? Talking of the defender, what I was going to say before I was rudely interrupted was, did we actually sign him up? Because I didn't check the length on the contract he signed. It might have been 0. But we've given him a bigger wage, and of course he should sign an extension in due time if we made that error. I can't remember, it was ages ago. All I remember now, he's playing poorly against Newcastle and continuing. What if Santana joined in as well as Lamar? Out wide into Solbakken. There's the tackle from Anthony Glennon, who's going to try and run it forward here. Just over half an hour. Left the ball behind, but went back for it. Into Reggie Stone. Reggie Stone back out wide now into Anthony Glennon. Can we find Barreira? I'm not really going to force it, so we'll go back out here to Gleno. A big whip in. It lands to Barreira on a turn with a strike and a good save. A very good save and a corner ball for the Mariners again. Reggie Stone on his favoured side. Papetti got the last header. He needs to win this one as well. That's a good taken corner. Just away at the near post. Header attempted. Thomas Lamar gets it away. Only as far as Paradella, however. Into Reggie Stone trying a curler. Oh, and what a curler it is! It's level. It's a Reggie Stone thunderbolt. It's our goal of the season so far. No ifs, buts or maybes. It comes out to the corner taker. And he hits the curler over the top of the goalkeeper. Not even curled to the back post. Brilliant. For him as Anthony Glennon reading that. Machida through the middle onto Santana. Now onto Hugo Barreira. Hugo Barreira's just going to slowly dribble with this. He's got men at either side of him. He's still going to go. It's into Ben Waine. Santana made the run around. I thought he was going to anticipate that. Still, we've done well to get back into this game slightly. 1-1 at the break. But of course, home team dominating over 60% of the ball. We should be in front of Sergi Canos. Don't let it happen, boys. Don't let them squeeze it in. Petty missed the slide tackle, but it was always going towards Andrew, so comfortable for him. Try and pass this away. Otosowie. Now on to Santana. Look at Barreira trying to make a little bit of a move in behind. It might land to him. Good interception, Montiez. Beto reading it. Machida into Joe Rankin Costello. Papetti across the middle. Paradella. Now on to Ben Waine. Ben Waine is going to keep this ball. Takes no pain. Gets around us, Ben Waine, as we whip in from Costello. Onto Santana. Didn't anticipate. Shocking move from him. Oh, he is frustrating. So unfortunate as Thomas Lamar. Beto. A bit of a slip on the ball right there. Straight into Rankin Costello. Now on to Paradella. Ben Waine. Barreira, should I say? I can't even say his name. Chipping it forward onto Santana. Passes it backwards. Barreira, that's a big foul. That's a red card. Is it for Thomas Lamar? Yes, it is. 10 minutes against 10 men now at the end of this potentially huge end to a game. More importantly, though, a free kick right on the edge of the box, which I think we can do something from. I really do. Baradella. He's been a very promising player. He just needs to get the power on it and the curl. We're going to see if he can. 3 bars, maybe too much. Oh, it's hit the wall. Never mind that. Oh, it hit the wall. Rather disappointing. Can we put Leo Marshall on? No. I might put Farmer on. The guy who's just speaking to me right there. As you can see, Rankin Costello's very, very tight. I'll take him off for Knowles. We'll stick Knowles on. So after the subs have gone through, we did well from the last corner. Reggie scoring himself. But can we do something from this one? That's gone towards the near post. Not too great, you know. Machida to keep it alive into Farmer. We're going to swift this all the way across. Santana, not tall enough. Why did we even try that? Knowles is attempted to be run around. Look at the size of Knowles. That is Harry Maguire's son. I'm sure of it. As he's got rounded here by Beto. Bettered by Beto. Gardner with a little bit of a gap. Pepetti with the block. Header one. Straight into Andrew. He cannot be beaten by 10 men. As that's shocking from Andrew, you know. Sol back and tackled. No, ref. No. Not a foul in my book, but it's been given. Now they have a chance to potentially steal it. I think that's our last chance of the game gone. Let's take a draw and move on, shall we? They needed the win more than us, as they're going to take the shot on. Saved by Andrew. And a 1-1 draw. I thought we could nick it in the last 10 minutes, but it just flew by. As I did say, we're going to play a big team, but I want to check where we are in the league before we do that. We're still 15th. We glue into that spot. And to be fair, if we played Nottingham Forest, we could get closer to them. And therefore closer to mid-table. Play them, Chelsea, Manchester City. And I think I'm going to leave the other two for next episode. Oh, keep it exciting. It's got a message as well. Don't rush yourself back, Rankin. Is he picked up an injury? I'm hoping not. Maybe that's talking about the injury before, because he's come back quite quickly. As Ricau's going to be taking Leon Marsh on loan. That's good for him, because he's not going on his own. Of course, Liam Cox has signed permanently for them on a pre-contract agreement, so it's harsh to lose Coxie, but he will be going through. I cannot for the life of me get Regan Poole signed up to anywhere on a what do you call it, a loan deal. Loan to buy, short, long, 2-year even, won't go, as we're going to keep the same team here for Forest, and I will simulate it, because I just fancy a challenge against Chelsea, you know. Do want to play them, big fondness for them. It's just a 1-1 draw with Nottingham Forest. Not the worst. Stash and Barreira. Liverpool, Grimsby and Liverpool, Man United apparently just got rearranged. Yeah, just pushed back a little bit. I'm guessing they both got through in the FA Cup. So that'll be why. As we play Tottenham straight after them. Look at them 4 games. City, United, Liverpool and Tottenham. And Chelsea. Of course, Chelsea, Man City, Man United, Liverpool, Tottenham. Who's missing? Arsenal. That is it. We play 5 of the top 6 in consecutive games. We needed to win them 2. I didn't really clock how important the next weeks are for us. I'm not nervous, but I'm getting a bit shaky. At least if it comes into a run-in at the end of the season, we know we have all of them 6 teams avoided. We've already played Arsenal twice, as we are 4 points above the zone, playing Chelsea here. Anyone back from injury? Literally anyone? Nope. None of them are. We've got the weak bench still for the Blues. So what do the Blues have in mind? Onana, Reece James, Tomori, Kimpembe, Charlton and Chilwell. Got Tomori back. Carvalho and Kai Havertz. Harvey Vale, Victor Osimhen and Cody Gakpo up front. That is a very strong team. They've got to be up there. And I've got to say, we played Man United in the FA Cup last season. But they did put, I'd say, a rotated weakest team out. So this is the strongest team we've played on paper in this career mode. It 1000% is. So let's give them a good go, shall we? Harvey Vale, a youngster stepping in. Charlton's in there as well at the back, I saw. So we've got to get on the front foot as much as possible and make sure they don't get at us, as Rankin Costello wins a throw. We love it. We love that. As Paradella around the corner as well into Rankin Costello. Now on to Barreira. Chip over the top towards Santana. Headed away by Fikayo Tomori. Straight into Pepetti though. Harvey Vale. Not Harvey Vale. Ben Wayne. How am I getting him confused? Santana! Oh my days. That was so close, you know, as Machida across to Papetti. If we can take any points from the next 5, I'm going to be a very happy man, because it proves that we can still compete at this top level with a stretch squad with not much money. But Paradella's got injured. Absolutely laughable and just annoying in the same sense. It's just shocking as Gleno, good job you didn't connect, mate. As Reece James looking to make it 1. Put some misery on our injury, of course, as Reece James. I like how they haven't stopped play. They usually did against us previously today, as Gleno's back there with a read. Paradella is on his feet, however, but I'm going to try and get him off for Alfie Farmer. I'm not going to keep him on. Barrera try and chip that forward. That's a handball. Breathing time. Very unfortunate, as Alfie Farmer through the middle onto Ben Waine. Ben Waine on a slight turn. Now it's into Reg. Reggie Stone goes out wide into Anthony Glennon. That's a good wall in! Oh, Santana! What does he have to do to grab a goal? That's 2 brilliant chances for him, who's usually quite poor. And he's 5'5", we can't forget. Winning 2 important headers. A surely handball, and it's given! It's come off the arm of Ben Chilwell, and it's off the head of Ben Waine. We've got a penalty against the Blues. Big moment here, and Santana's took the ball in his own hands. He's got the best penalties in the squad against Onana to make himself a hero. Oh no! Can you get a more unlucky striker in the world? If you can, bring him to Grimsby Town and I'll prove he's not the most unlucky. When you've got Santana in your squad. As handball again. No, Ben Waine! He almost dropped to him. What a first half from the Mariners, but still got nothing to show for it. As Santana, I definitely wasn't shooting there. What an unlucky player he is, as don't let them catch us on the break. We've deserved at least 0-0 at half-time. Full-time the way we've played so far. As it's behind for their first corner of the game. That's how good we've been. I'm pretty sure it's the first corner anyway. They're going to whip it in with Kai Havertz. Near post, Gakpo. There's the goal. 1-0 Chelsea, and it's so quiet, even from the Chelsea fans, because they know they shouldn't be winning. What a way to be a buzzkill. What a sad little life, Chelsea FC. 1-0 at half-time. We're going to come out in the second, though, and we're going to be better. Come on, I've gone straight into the second half because I have full faith we can get back into the way we were flowing before and try and make sure we don't concede first. Oh, you're joking me. That's actually... For a second there, I was really angry. That just fell straight to Gakpo way too easily, and it was a miss kick from Carvalho. Now the Blues are 2 in front, or should I say the Whites with a dash of seaside ocean colours. Don't know what that kit really is, and they've got very lucky. A lot of you Football Manager players out there might know that tactic you can put into your style of play, the shoot on sight feature, so... That's what I'm going to try and do right here as Santana onto Ben Waine. Barrera not making a move. We'll try and get that over to Costello. Oh, it beats Ben Chilwell, who's had a poor game, you know. And he's out-strengthened by Joe. Good running. Can we try and get a goal back at least? Costello dinks it for Santana. That one just didn't reach his head. He's been so unlucky as Ben Waine into Reggie Stone. He went for the shot. Could get one back, we'd be flying as well as Carvalho. That's another one. Left Andrew flapping. And it's 3-0 Chelsea. Game done. Such a shame because we were in this. We were seriously in this. Fabio? Yeah, we're going to call him Fabio just because I've put the names together. Unfortunate as now Ben Chilwell into Christopher Nkunku. Now onto Cody Gakpo. Cody Gakpo to keep hold of the ball and he's going to give it back into Chris Nkunku. Victor Osimhen now onto Carvalho. I don't even think we touched the ball there. Somehow we've made that challenge as Ilayof has pace. But he's going to have to put it over the top for Ben Waine, who's read by Charlton. Still falls a little bit. Chilwell with a scuffed clearance and Charlton with a good read away. It is going to be a 3-0 defeat here, I'm pretty sure. Oh, don't want a red card to go along with it. We're lucky there. Papetti got a bit of a tackle, but that's the end of the game. 3-0 defeat. We move on to try and grab something from one of the Manchester or Liverpool. Jose Paradella out for 5 days with a bruised shoulder. That's not too bad. What is bad is that closeness to the relegation zone. Still, we move on. I'm going to accept this loan offer for pull, but I don't have faith it'll go through. In one of these simmed will mean we've got 2 episodes left after this one, which makes me very, very excited. Amir Smith training a different position. It's still not too great for him, as I want to see that Papetti contract. Did I actually get a longer bit of time on him with signing it? I did. That's me completely being paranoid. How long was the contract he signed? He's all the way down here. We got him on a 3-year deal, should I say. Very good to see he's still here. Don't know why I got so paranoid in that Brentford game. Just thinking about money has got my brain obsessed with it, which is not a good thing to be. Just looking at that squad as well. Got 13 defenders, 9 midfielders, 8 forwards. Need to share that around a little bit. As Paradella, of course, quick recovery. Very nice indeed. Josh Eccles is almost back, but I'm not going to risk him for Manchester City because I've got no faith. I've got no faith. We'll see what's going to happen though. Can we do anything? We get a goal and we actually led in the game through Hugo Barreira. Paradella's injury kicking up a little bit again. Farmer had to come on as Phil Foden, and Haaland nicked it very late. That's a good account of ourselves against Man City. Not bad at all, as bruised rib, 9 days without Paradella now. That'll probably rule him out for one of the next 2 big games, as now Reggie Stone's coming to us with concern. I'll say Alfie Farmer, you're playing okay. He's the silver lining of course, the dark cloud at the moment that is over Grimsby Town Football Club in this career, which, of course, I do have faith we can turn round, as I want to see top goal scorers. Where's Barreira? He should be on this list. He's 6th. Very nice. 14 goals in 25 games. Big fan of that. That's another positive. We get positive. We beat Liverpool. We beat Man United. We beat Tottenham. We beat Leicester. And we beat Aston Villa next time out. As thank you guys for watching this episode right here. As always, don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe with that notification bell on as well so you don't miss anything in the future. That has been it from me for today. Thank you very much. Take care. In a bit. And peace.